Hey polish fans, welcome to another video here at Wild Wind Lacquer, and in today's video we are finally going over what I wore in March. So I was already into the spring shades. As you can see, there were some that definitely sort of cross over from the winter into the spring side of things. Definitely with the last manicure for sure. So let's go ahead and see what beautiful colors I wore for March. So the first one that I wore is this beautiful China Glaze, and this one is called Glamletics, and this was a beautiful polish to wear. I really enjoyed this one. This is a very soft sort of blue, almost periwinkle tone. There's just a touch of purple when it's on the nail, at least that's how it feels. It is a bit on the dusty side, but it is absolutely beautiful. And what makes this one special compared to just a cream polish is if you look closely, it's got a beautiful pink shimmer to it. It is sort of a fuchsia, and it is really beautiful. This was one of my favorites for sure. So that was China Glaze Glamletics. And the polish that I wore with that as an accent nail was by Delish Polish, and this one is called Lilybet. Now this one I think might have faded now. I got this in a D-stash, so I'm not sure what it may have initially been made to look like. However, there's a big difference between what's in the bottle and what's on my swatch ring, which is something that I put together once I acquired this, and it's definitely lighter. So what I did was used it as an accent nail. At that point I sort of had noticed the difference, so I knew what I was getting into with that many, but it was a beautiful little accent nail. And it is a nice, soft, delicate color. It is almost like a very pale champagne with a blue glow to it. It's got some scattered holographic in there. It's got some light flakies in there. It's a beautiful combination. It's just, like I said, much lighter than what I was initially hoping for when I bought the polish, but beautiful as an accent nail. I would definitely say that this, now that it's not that color, is definitely more of a winter color for me, so I might pull it out again next winter and see what other manis I can make with that. But that was the accent nail that I used with the China Glaze, and that was Lilybet. The next manicure that I wore for March used these three polishes, and the first one is Essie's Warm and Toasty Turtleneck. Then I used Elevation Polish, Yeti Hugs Feels So Close, as two nails I believe, and then as an accent topper over a couple of the colors, I used Poetry Cowgirl Things Within Us. So Warm and Toasty Turtleneck is a beautiful shade. This could almost work in the spring as well, although if you've watched my spring rack video, you may have noticed that I have been going for a bit more of the brighter pastels, still soft shades like this, but with a bit more vibrancy. So think in the range of like pastel neon, so a bit more brighter, but this is definitely one that I think would still work for spring. It's a beautiful light dusty purple, and I really enjoyed how this one looked on the nail, and I think so far it's one of my favorite Essies that I've worn. So that was Warm and Toasty Turtleneck. And this one you may have seen in my What I Wore videos previously. This is Elevation Polish's Yeti Hugs Feels So Close, and this one was in my sort of disappointment pile. Not that that's a physical pile actually, but it was one that I wore and I just was a bit disappointed because if you look closely, there are these beautiful shimmers and glimmers in here, and it just did not show up at all on the nail. However, the formula for the rest of the polish was nice enough that I did want to give it a shot and use it basically as you would any other white cream. So this one was a two accent nails I think on my mani with Essie Warm and Toasty Turtleneck, and it basically acted, you know, as a white cream. So it was a beautiful accent nail with that. And then over top of those two, as an accent nail, I used Poetry Cowgirl's Things Within Us, and I used this as a topper over one nail with the Elevation Polish and one of the Essies. And this is a lovely topper. I still want to try wearing this as a full mani by itself, or at least as a full accent nail, but look at everything that's in there. It's a beautiful shade that is totally freaking my camera out right now. It's a beautiful sort of icy silver color, but when you look closely, it's got some very soft flakies in there, and then it's got some red micro flakies in there, and that adds a really interesting look to the nail. I really liked how this looked over both colors. It is really unique to my collection for sure. I don't have anything else quite like it. So as you can see, hopefully, you've got the softer flakies there with that pink sheen to them. And then the little red speckles that you see are those smaller red flakies. And I really liked how this came across on the nail. And like I said, I would like to eventually wear this as a full mani by itself. I think it's a really lovely shade. So that was Poetry Cowgirls, Things Within Us. The next mani that I wore was from Vapid. This is Disambiguation, and this is one of my absolute favorite colors from them. The first time I wore this, I could not stop staring at my nails. In fact, this sent me on a hunt to find more purple polishes in this shade with this beautiful blue-green shimmer to them. This contrasting color combination was just amazing. Like I said, could not stop staring at my nails, and it was an instant favorite. So this turns into I believe an aqua turquoise color when it's warm. I'm just not warm enough right now to be changing it very effectively, but it is a beautiful color combination, and honestly the cold state is my favorite of this. And in fact, spoiler, I just got another one of these. If you watched my giant haul video that I posted part 1 of, I have part 2 and 3 in the works. I still need to edit and post those, but I am sort of trying to give you guys a break from these long videos, especially ones that are over a half an hour. But I did end up getting this in one of those parts, so I forget now if it was part 2 or part 3, and I again cannot say that I'm mad about it because this is definitely a favorite. So this was again Vapid, Disambiguation, and again one of my favorite polishes. Next up, I wore this OPI. This one is called Show Us Your Tips, and this was another favorite. This is a beautiful, almost periwinkle blue shade. I feel right now it's leaning a bit more on the blue side on camera. And just to give you sort of a side-by-side comparison to the China Glaze, you can see that they sort of fall into that same realm of a sort of a dusty blue. I think China Glaze is a little bit on the lighter side with a little bit more white in the base. And then of course they are different in how they are finished. The China Glaze has that pink shimmer, while the OPI has a little bit of like a silver fleck throughout it. But OPI was a really beautiful color to wear. I believe I picked this up when I was on the hunt for periwinkle polishes, and it definitely did not disappoint. This is a lovely shade, and definitely one of those sort of shifter polishes without actually shifting. It's a color that, depending on your skin tone, depending on your lighting, depending on what room you're in, it's going to look slightly different, and I love polishes that do that. And that beautiful sort of silver sheen to it, which I believe is like a very small particled shimmer in there, which might not actually be just silver. I think it's silver and a bit of pink and green, is really soft and delicate on the nail. It doesn't exactly provide a huge impact on the nail, but with this coloration I think it looks just lovely as is. This is how it basically looks on the nail. You can see that there's a bit of glimmer and gleam. It's not exactly going to be an amazing like in-your-face shimmer polish though, but I don't think it was designed to be that either. So beautiful color from OPI, and another favorite that was Show Us Your Tips. And then the last mani I actually wore for quite a long time. I put this on after doing my spring nail polish rack video, and I picked out these two to wear together because I thought they were just adorable. So I wore Pretty and Polished. This one is Blue Jean Baby, and I paired it with OPI Pandemonium Pink. And like I said, I wore this for quite some time. I put it on right after filming my spring nail polish video, and I didn't take it off until like a week into April. So I was really enjoying this color combination. So the first one is the Pretty and Polished. That was Blue Jean Baby. And just look at how adorable this color combination is. It's that beautiful minty light green that I have been loving for spring so far. And look at that glitter combination. You've got these adorable little teal diamonds. You've got light pink metallic glitters. You've got a darker pink metallic glitter, and then you've got these smaller speckled of teal metallic glitters as well. It's a lovely combination. I will say it was a bit difficult to put on. It was a bit on the thick side, but this isn't ultra polished, so that's not exactly a big surprise. Oh, and I almost forgot, there's bigger pink square glitters in there as well. So it is an older polish, so it's not exactly a surprise. Glitter polishes in general have a tendency of thickening up, but I was able to work with it. It is packed with those glitters. I was trying to not get so many of these diamond glitters on my nail. They weren't shy about coming out of the bottle, let me tell you. So I worked in thin coats and layered up just a couple of those diamond glitters on each nail, and I really enjoyed how it came out. This one is definitely going to be a standout and a favorite, I think, because it was just so cute and very, very unique. So that again was pretty and polished. Blue Jean Baby. And I paired that with OPI's Pandemonium Pink, and this was a kind of surprise hit as well. If you heard me talking about this in my spring nail polish rack video, I was a little iffy about it because it is pink, but I liked it. It's very washed out on camera right now. It's definitely a pink. It is a sort of pastel light orchidy pink. And I was really, really happy with how this looked on me. I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I wore this for over a week, and I just liked the softness of this on my nail, and I thought it looked so cute with the pretty and polished color as well. So this was a favorite combination, and I think will fall into my favorite manis for spring so far, maybe even my favorite manis of the year, which is surprising for a pink. And this one is just a basic cream. There's nothing necessarily spectacular about it, and I'm sure it's not even that unique of a color for people that have a lot of pinks in their collection, but I really don't have that many pinks in this shade range. I really did enjoy this, especially for me not being a pink lover. I really enjoyed how this turned out. So that was, again, OPI's Pandemonium Pink. And there you have it. That was what I wore for the month of March. Let me know down below which polishes or manis were your favorite, and let me know what you've been enjoying wearing thus far for the spring. I have been surprising myself with the color ranges that I've been picking out for spring, and really sort of expanding into those pastel neons, if you will, and I think I'm gonna have some fun with those colors this year. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more nail polish videos here on my channel, and I'll see you next time.